Hello, and welcome to the Kathleen Spracklin podcast. I am a woman on a mission to help you get the Zettelkasten of your dreams on your work table beside you. We are in a series called View from the Boxes, where we take a look at the Zettelkasten from the point of view of the physical objects that make one up. We've covered the standard boxes of the bib box, the main box, the index, and now we're doing some unusual boxes that not everyone carries in their Zettelkasten. So this time we're working with the vision box. And last time we talked about why you might want to have a vision box. Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about what goes into a vision box. What do the cards look like? And tomorrow we'll look into how do you create one if you happen to want one. But today we're going to take a look at what does it look like. So come on over to the down-facing camera and let's take a look at a vision box setup. See you over there. Okay, I took my first section and I spread out a few of the cards so you can get a little bit of an idea of what the card numbers look like. They almost look like regular Zettelkasten cards, don't they? What's different about them is I only have 3 digits before my first dash. Then I go like normal with a number, letter after that. And all of my cards start with the letter V for vision. So I have V, number, letter, dash. And then thereafter it's number, letter, the way I would number anything. So that's step 1. The card number is a little bit different so that I can tell my vision cards apart at a glance. And let's take a look at a few of the cards to see how they compare to a regular main card. At first glance, they look almost exactly the same. There's a part that reflects a thought or an idea, a reaction, a source, a tagline, and a card number. So, what makes it different from a regular main card? Well, the answer is the content, because the vision box contains hopes and dreams and wishes and things I want to read and things I want to do, unlike my main box, which is mostly ideas and some information. So this is all about hopes and what I hope to accomplish. I have a directory card, just like I would have with a main box, and I break my vision down into individual subdivisions. As always, the numbering order isn't significant because they're all present on one card. So I don't have to be careful to do things in some kind of a priority order. So coincidentally, my first vision regarded my Zettelkasten Zeke. So I have some goals that I would like to have my Zettelkasten reach to be my dream. Again, I have a directory card just the way I would normally have, and I list the sub-goals or sub-dreams underneath the header one. And here I have this little guy that says E with a circle around it. Well, what that's telling me is that I kind of had an oopsie there on that line, but instead of grabbing for white out, which doesn't look so good on a green card, or scratching it out, which looks even worse, I just put this little E symbol and then put what I intended to put on a new line. This makes it rather casual, and I don't have to fret too much about what order things come in. Now, the cards don't all have to be big, giant things that I dream of doing. This one just talks about cards in my incubator box. Cards in an incubator box do not converse. Try to keep them to at most 50 and get that incubator box cleaned up. That's one of my goals. Another one of my goals is to one day replace all of my old title cards that didn't have much of a tagline on them, where maybe the tagline was just the name of a subject matter. I would like to get all of those one day replaced with foundation cards. So I have that listed as a goal. Now, one of the challenges that I have in my Zettelkasten is I have a number of old cards where I index the section header and did not index the individual cards. So one of my dreams is to get that all cleaned up and eventually have every one of my main cards indexed. Here's a slightly bigger goal. This is about teaching. I want to teach the Zettelkasten to anyone who wants to learn how to use it. I'm It's a big part of my life. It's done great things for me, and I love to share it. So I made a card for this. So what I want you to understand by these cards is that they can be big goals or little goals. They can be broad things that you want to accomplish over the course of your life, or they could be something that you hope to get done by next Saturday. And now I'd like to share with you a completely different kind of a card that I keep in my vision box. I call it a project card. The material that I've chosen for this, it's slightly shinier and it's a little bit thicker. And I wanted a shiny material because I've got a sticky note attached to it, which I've decorated up with washi tape just so it's prettier. So why do I want a sticky note with my goal written on it? Well, this is so that it can turn into a project when I'm ready to take it on. I can write little sub goals on the sticky note, such as this one. This is how I plan to use these larger sticky notes, is that I can convert them into individual task steps that will help me complete the project. And I can check them off when I get them done. Later, when the whole project is done, the sticky note goes into my planner book for the year so I can have a memorial of the things that I've accomplished. One of the other things that I have in my vision box are individual dividers for each of my sections so that I can find my cards quickly. So for example, here's my V1 with my vision cards and my project cards behind them, and they all stay together in my vision box. So what do you keep in your vision box? Do you have one? If you're only planning a vision box, what are you planning to keep in your vision box? Any ideas for how it will go together? Next time I'll share with you how I use my vision box and how I go about creating my cards, because that's kind of an interesting story as well, because they don't all start at the highest goals and then break it all down. Sometimes visions start right in the middle and you have to build up and down. So we'll talk about how that happens tomorrow and how I actually use the vision box to go forward and start getting things done. See you then. Bye-bye.